We just had a person who didn't want to speak to a woman. So my solution was to send 2 women. It's a great trade to be in. I mean, I know a lot of painters, and that's what our family did. And I know a lot of other families, that's what they do. And you can make a good living. And even when, craziness like the pandemic starts, once you're allowed to work, there's still work. So there's always work. If everything went crazy and there was no more Amato painting, Ryan Amato could still paint. So you have to remember that. I could go do decks, and I just did that roof the job on the roof with one other person. I could go do those things all day and make a lot of money, more money than I make with a bigger company. It's strange, but definitely apply. We're always looking for men, women with varying levels of experience. We do use contractors now, so you should be expected to have your own equipment. That's a whole nother video we'll do one day, but definitely apply. We have many different types of people that work here. A lot of women right now, which is awesome. For a while, I couldn't find any. I worked with a lot of women in the painters union, but around here there just wasn't that many applying. But it's good to have a lot of different people around, especially from different backgrounds. And I don't know if we'll get into it today, but I did want to talk about, we don't have to get into it now, with so many different people of different ethnicities, whether they're African-American, whether they're from Spain or Chile or Mexico or wherever they're from, not me personally, but they experience definitive racism. It's a shame. Sexism with the women. So that's something I do want to talk about. I don't usually get in, like we just talked about, I don't get into a lot of political stuff, but when it directly affects people and the way they feel when they go to a job of ours or out in the public and people treat them horribly, they're not the type of customers we're looking for either. So those kind of people have to be cut off immediately. But we'll get into that. I want to do that video someday.
Yeah.
And maybe talk to a lot of them and get their opinion, because I'm sure if I see it, I would assume that they feel it. If somebody says, I'll give you an example. I guess I'm jumping into it. We'll hear a lot, oh, I don't want Mexicans on our job. Believe it or not, I hear that a lot. Preston, you've heard it when you were managing projects. Doesn't even matter if they're from Mexico. For some reason, that people just equate anybody who has a little tan and maybe is from a different country to be Mexican. And what's wrong with Mexicans anyway? I like to be around a lot of different people. I think you learn a lot of different values and customs and everything. You learn about different foods and a whole bunch of cool stuff. But boy, there's just some people out there that well, you see people, you see the thing that everything that's going on in society. You see how people treat each other. The girls experience it with men who don't want to talk to women, which is crazy. So we just had a person who didn't want to speak to a woman. So my solution was to send 2 women. That's the solution. Send 2 women and give him his money back, and we're done. That's it. So that's how you handle those kind of people. I don't know how to handle the bigger issue, but I do want to do a video about it one day and maybe really jump into it.
And I think our guys and girls have done a great job. They're very professional about when they are faced with those situations.
Yeah, because I'm not so sure I would be able to.
I was going to say, I don't think I would be able to handle myself, but they do a great job.
Yeah.